Have you been looking for a smaller, more compact grip for your Ruger lightweight carry revolver? It's the Gear Tester here, and welcome to my review of the Hogue Bantam grip for the Ruger LCR. It's a Gear Tester here, and today I'm going to be doing some shooting with my Ruger LCR light carry revolver. Okay, this shooting that I'm doing is to test this Hogue Bantam grip. Now, the Ruger LCR comes with a standard Hogue grip. This one is also manufactured by Hogue, but it's called the Bantam grip, and it has Hogue's rubber here and here, but it has kind of slick sides, and it's designed to increase your comfort when carrying it in your pocket. But it's a little bit shorter, and it has no finger groove, okay? And what that means is this feels very slender to me here. And I'm worried that I'm not going to be able to shoot this gun as well. Yes, this Bantam grip makes it easier to carry in my pocket, but I don't want to sacrifice ease of carry if it's a significant, in my personal view and in my personal experience, if I lose control of the gun or have less control of the gun. Now, this Ruger LCP is chambered in .22 long rifle, so I'm not really worried about significant recoil, but what I am worried about is if I'm able to shoot well with this particular grip on my gun. You just saw me shoot my Ruger LCR with the Hogue Bantam grips installed on it. And you notice something. The pistol didn't fly out of my hands. I was able to hit what I was aiming at. I was able to hit the paper target as well as the steel target that was behind it consistently. Not every time, but I was able to control where I was firing. One thing you will notice, though, is either in the footage you just watched or footage that will come later on in this video that I am fighting to try and get my thumb up here on top of this little ledge or shelf. And the reason for that is this grip narrows, and even though it has this soft rubber here and here, it just feels like this thing is going to slip out of your hands. It's not. To a substantial degree, but it feels like it's going to slip out of my hand. So I keep fighting to get my thumb up here on that little ledge to kind of give me something to hang on to so my hand doesn't slip down a little bit. Again, it's not slipping off. I'm not losing complete control of the gun, but I will tell you this, okay, that I'm having to death grip the living daylights out of this pistol when I'm shooting it, and I have to really death grip it when I'm trying to draw it out of my pocket. I purchased the Hogue Bantam grip for my Ruger lightweight carry revolver to try and reproduce the grip that is on my Smith & Wesson model 442. I really like this pistol. I carry it and use it a lot, and it just felt to me like the Hogue Tamer grip that came on my Ruger lightweight carry revolver, that this was just a little bit bigger and a little bit more cumbersome than it needed to be. And so, as I've compared what it feels like in particular to draw these pistols out of my pocket with the different grips, what I found is this. I have to death grip the living daylights out of this when I go to draw it out of my pocket. Now, I carry these pistols in a Galco a leather holster here, pocket holster, when I do that. And what I notice is that I have to death grip the living daylights out of this with the Hogue Bantam grip on it, and just like death grip it to get it out of my pocket. Whereas my Smith & Wesson model 442 just flows right out of my pocket easily, and even when I have the Hogue Tamer grip installed on my Ruger lightweight carry revolver LCR, it just pops out a lot easier. And what I've decided is that the finger groove here that you see there, as well as here, okay, that makes all the difference in the world, okay? Without that little finger grip, what's happening, as I've thought, and I've kind of played around with drawing these two pistols out of my pocket, what's happening is when I go to draw the LCR with the Hogue Bantam grip on, what happens in my pocket is I reach my hand in my pocket, and if I fully grasp the pistol with a fist and try and draw the pistol out of the pouch and out of my pocket, what happens is my fist makes too large of a space, and so it's hard to get my fist and the pistol and everything out of my pocket. So, but I have to death grip the living daylights out of it because of this grip not having a little finger groove on it, okay? Whereas with either one of these grips, what I'm able to do is I'm able to just reach my hand in and I just grasp it with my middle finger and my thumb, and then I let my other fingers just loose and I just float the pistol right out of my pocket. And so I think from a standpoint of drawing and even shooting, the Bantam grip leaves me feeling like the gun is going to pop out of my hands. It hasn't, but it leaves me with that feeling. It feels less secure, whereas either one of these grips, whether that's the Ruger LCR with the Hogue Tamer grip, or whether it's my Smith & Wesson Model 442, when I go to draw them, because they've got that finger groove, they just flow right out, and I'm ready to go, and I'm ready to deploy the pistol, and I feel like I'm more in control, even though the Ruger LCR with the Bantam grip isn't popping out of my hand, and I'm not dropping it. The point I'm trying to make here is this, that with this grip and the Smith & Wesson revolver's grip, with both these grips that have the finger groove, I feel more in control of the gun, and I feel more able to manipulate the gun effectively. I don't feel like the gun is fighting me. When I use the Ruger LCR with this Hogue Bantam grip, I feel like I'm having to fight the pistol to make it do what I want it to do. Now, there's no doubt that this grip, because it is smaller, and particularly because it is slicker here on these sides, okay, on this side, and then, of course, on this side as well, because that's hard plastic versus the soft rubber, that this smaller grip that's slicker is easier to conceal. It feels more comfortable to have in your pocket. But the reality is this: if you're using the Hogue Tamer grip that it comes with, this is already a subcompact grip. Just same thing with this Smith & Wesson, subcompact grip. We don't need a subcompact grip. And I think one of the things that troubles me the most about the Bantam grip is that they've actually shortened it. They've shortened it so much that you have to have a different screw that comes with it. You can't use the standard longer screw. They've cut off, I'd say, 1/4 of an inch, maybe closer to even 1/2 an inch off the bottom of this, which means, okay, that less and less and less of your hand is able to get on the pistol. So we'll flip it around like this, and you'll see that I can't, you know, my pinky floats on all these, okay? But the reality is that, you know, my pinky's on the bottom of this, and my fourth finger's starting to want to slip off, okay? Whereas, if I'm using this one, I can get even part of my pinky on the grip there on the Smith & Wesson, and that's the same thing when I'm using the standard grip that the Ruger comes with. I can start to get part of my pinky on. That's not even an option with the Bantam grip. So one of the things I really don't like about the Bantam grip is that it makes the grip shorter, and I don't need the grip to be any shorter. It's small enough just the way it is.
So one nice thing about the Ruger LCP is it is easy to switch grips. Now, I don't think you should do this often. I think you should find a grip that works well for you and stick with it, but it is very easy. You just pull out that one screw and then you slide the grip on very easily, and here you can see the difference between the Hogue Bantam grip and the standard Hogue grip that comes on the Ruger LCP. And as I've been doing shooting here over the last couple days with the Bantam grip, it's really clear to me that this original grip is a lot better. They are not substantially different from one another in size. If anything, the Bantam grip is actually shorter, which I do not like that it is shorter. That is not advantageous. And so I actually think that the grip that you should be using and keeping on your gun currently, of the grips that I am aware of that go on the Ruger LCP, is this one. Ruger made the right decision.
I like what Hogue is trying to achieve with the Bantam grip for the Ruger lightweight carry revolver. But there are some things that I would change about this grip. I like the fact that they're open to a smaller, more compact grip that makes the Ruger LCR easier to carry in your pocket. Okay, I like that. But here's what I would do to make this grip more effective and more useful, in my personal opinion. I would make the entire grip out of this hard plastic and get rid of the soft, kind of squishy Hogue rubber. Okay, I would stipple this as well. I would add a finger groove, okay, into it, and I would make the bottom just about 1/4 of an inch, maybe even 1/2 an inch longer, and I would make that a little bit bulbous so that your hand did not slip off of it, so that as you gripped, even if you gripped a little bit harder, your hand can't come off of it. And if you did that, I think you'd have a really winning grip here. As far as I can tell, no one is doing that. You basically have Hogue, and then you have Hogue manufactures a number of different grips for this, but people seem to be going bigger and bigger and bigger and heavier and heavier and heavier, and I think a solid hard plastic with finger grooves and a little bulbous end and slightly extended would be the perfect grip. They would make your LCR easier to carry and make it more functional. If you like this video, I would encourage you to subscribe to my channel for more quality video reviews on the topics of shooting, camping, and survival gear. Recently, I produced a review on a Hogue shotgun stock from a Remington 870 that's chambered in 20 gauge. Before I could even make that video visible on my YouTube channel, YouTube had already demonetized that video or lowered the monetization ratio on that video because I was talking about a firearm product. I'm sure they'll do the same thing to this video because I'm reviewing a firearm add-on. So, I don't run this YouTube channel to make money. I run it because I like to. I buy all the products myself. And so if you'd like to support my channel, if you found something useful or helpful or interesting because of this review, I would encourage you to follow the link in the description of this video to my Patreon account and become a patron of the Gear Tester YouTube channel. I do need motivation, and if you're willing to subscribe to my channel, like this video, and you'd be willing to, you could do a one-time donation of $5, something like that, or you could do the $1 a month tier that I've set up. One of the other tiers that is higher, that would really help me. It would motivate me. If I had 50 people that were donating $1 once a month to my channel, it would help me realize that I was actually reaching an audience and that people were receiving a benefit from my channel. So please consider supporting my channel on Patreon. Thank you very much for your views and your subscriptions. Monetary support is always appreciated but never expected. This is the Gear Tester signing off.